Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm back with another video, obviously. I had gotten a comment from someone on my last video that I should try and widen the view of my videos, so that's what I'm doing today. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I record my videos on my phone. Sorry, I'm seeing what the people behind us are doing. They're building a bunch of new houses back there, so if you hear barking or random loud noises or anything like that, that's probably it. So, but anyway, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I use my phone to record. So I wasn't quite sure if changing the orientation of my phone would change videos when I uploaded them, if you guys were having to watch them like all sideways and stuff. So I did a test video and it seemed to work out okay. So hopefully this one comes out all right as well. And sorry if lighting's really weird. I'm looking at the screen and I don't know, it's weird, but and I'll also try and actually look at the camera when I'm recording too, because I'm so used to looking at the actual screen straightforward, but when I do it like this, it looks like I'm looking over to something else, so I have to look over to the camera hole. So hopefully this doesn't turn out too horrible. But today I was going to do a video on the Vice 2 palette, so if you want to check it out, keep watching. But I decided to get the Vice 2 palette. I do have Vice 1 already. Was kind of iffy about the Vice 2, but I'll talk about that in a minute. So Vice 2 is pretty much the same size. Oh, let's not break it. Pretty much the same size as the Vice 1 palette. The difference is instead of your rubberized texture, you have more of like the shiny plastic. Instead of the dark purple of the Vice 1, you've got more of like kind of this marbly design here, which is really cool. And then you still have the jeweled UD symbol, and then it says Vice 2 at the bottom here. So it opens the exact same way. Of course, it has a slot for a brush, which it does come with a double-sided brush. I believe Vice 1 only came with a single-ended brush, and it had like the flat eyeshadow side to it. So those are the colors of Vice 2. So, I mean, again, a lot of assortment between like, you know, darker neutrals, browns, blacks, and then you've got like purples, pinks, you know, this awesome bright blue here, this emerald green, kind of coppery color. So, again, you know, pretty good assortment as far as the colors. There are few matte colors, which for me, lately, I've been getting more into the matte eyeshadows, so, you know, as I was kind of sad there weren't too many matte shadows in here. You have Habit, and then Rewind as a matte. Then, like, a couple of the blacks are mattes, but they have, like, glitter and stuff in them. So, I guess if, like, your primer doesn't work out, or you tend to have a lot of fallout, eventually there'll be matte colors without all that glitter in it. But aside from that, there's not like, you know, just those two for true matte colors. The other thing that I was kind of iffy about in this palette is, I guess you would call it more of like a satin finish, but a lot of colors for me seem very like shimmery, like very light reflective. So like if you were to go outside, the sun bouncing off of it would be so bright that like sometimes, oh, sorry, I heard something that scared me. The reflection is so bright that it's hard sometimes to tell the difference between a couple of the colors. So I think the other day I used like these here in this row, and it was really hard to tell the difference between some of them. Like, but then again, I mean, like the silver is very bright, and then this one's very shimmery. So, you know, maybe if you mix and matched other colors, it would be better. Or what I'll probably end up doing is mixing more of these colors with like matte colors that I have already in my collection. So that was, I guess, the only thing for me. As far as the colors go, like I said, there's a lot of really cool colors in this palette. My favorites probably would be this one here called Prank. This one is like a matte black, again with like smaller blue sparkle in it. So that one's really cool. Then right next to it is Madness. And that's a really pretty shimmery blue. See, that's what I mean about the light reflection. It catches a lot of light. What was I gonna say? Oh, pigmentation of course is great. You know, pretty much all the eyeshadows feel very smooth. You know, just doing the swatches on them. The silver shell shock I really like. If you watched my video on the Anarchy face case, I really liked the silver that was in that palette also, and this one's pretty awesome too. So definitely a true, you know, silver, like a foiled silver. It's just lighter than the one in Anarchy. Then Betrayal is a really awesome purple. It's very iridescent, but it's very pretty. So you've got that one. And then the other thing that was kind of about is there's probably like 3 shades of brown and 3 shades of black. So the first black, I like this one because it is different. It's kind of like a duochrome black. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it has like a red shift in it. So that one is, you know, more or less matte. And then you've got Lovesick, which is a matte black, but it has a ton of glitter in it. So like I said, if, you know, you don't have any luck as far as glitter stain, whether you use a primer or whatever, and it falls out and goes away, you'll have another matte black. I think with this one, it kind of has a blue undertone to it. And then you have Poison, which again is another black, pretty much matte, and just like another one with a ton of, I guess, micro glitter, silver glitter in it. So those are the 3 blacks. Like I said, you know, this one has a little bit of a different tone to it. I don't know if it's because of the glitter in it. For sure this one I like because it's matte, it doesn't have the glitter. I think these two, I mean, they probably could have done without. The other thing is you have, like I said, like probably 3 like brown colors in here. You have Radar, which is pretty. It's got silver glitter in it. And then you have Derailed, which is definitely a darker color. And then you have Ambush. Actually, I think you have 4 in here. Ambush right there, I guess, is more of a kind of coppery. And then you have the Matte Brown Rewind. And that's that one there. So again, I mean, probably like 4 browns, 3 blacks. I wouldn't really consider that one black, but you know, matte black base. And then I'll show you another color that I personally like because I do like the dark kind of emerald greens. Damaged is a really cool color. Today for my look, I use like kind of here to blend out the black in the crease area. This one called Coax. And that's there. It's kind of like a pinky color. So there's some swatches. One thing that I've kind of found, depending on I guess what colors I use, pretty much most of the time, I think all the time that I have used the Vice 2 palette this week, I use the Urban Decay primer, the anti-aging one. It was one that was free, I guess, with a purchase at Ulta. I used that one, and then a couple of days, like I think the day before yesterday or yesterday, and today I used Milk from NYX as a base, and I'm finding that like with the anti-aging primer, for some reason, I'm having a hard time with the eyeshadows actually staying on. I did use Too Faced Shadow Insurance one day, and I think that one worked okay. Today I used Milk Jumbo Pencil from NYX as my base, and I found that I had to actually reapply some of the shadows before I did this video. Like the black wasn't as intense as when I first started out, and then the pink coats just seemed like it was kind of disappearing. So I don't know if any of you guys have had this problem. If you do have Vice 2, let me know, you know, if you're having the same issues that I am, that I'm just finding that some of these aren't really lasting that long, which really sucks because I really like Urban Decay's eyeshadows, their colors and everything. And I don't want to say that to, you know, keep you from buying Vice 2, but I mean, maybe it's just my application or, you know, I don't know, primer or whatever. I'm just finding that some days I do have trouble with that and I do have to reapply it. So hopefully that helped you guys out. Overall, like I said, it's a great product. I love Vice 1. I still have Vice 1 and haven't even hit pan on like one of the colors. Vice 2 is the same thing. You don't usually need a whole lot in the initial application because it is pretty intense. You know, good pigment and all that stuff. So I'll leave it up to you guys on, you know, whether or not you want to add this to your collection, but I'm not, you know, sad that I have added it to my collection. Like I said, love Urban Decay's products, and you know, for the most part, all their eyeshadows and stuff are great. So I hope that this helped. Again, if you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them for me. Any feedback would be greatly appreciated too. Thanks for your time for watching this video, and if you guys have any ideas or suggestions on videos you'd like to see me do in the future, please leave me that as a comment as well, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.